So, I've
Okay.
never actually done one of these before. Like, I've never done an intro per se.
I would bet that you've done many intros in your life.
Yeah.
You just didn't know. For example, when I met you the first time,
Mm-hmm.
you introduced yourself. Isn't an introduction just an intro?
Yeah, I didn't really do a good job at introducing myself though. Kind of just was like, "Yo."
You were like, "Hi, I'm Devin, and I'm really awkward."
Oh, you said my name before I did. That ruins the
Oh.
intro. How would you rate this on a scale of 1 to 10 of intros?
Like a 2?
2.
Solid 2.
Solid 2.
Yeah. Strong, really strong 2.
Really good, solid 2.
Anyone listening is because they have figured out how not to turn it off.
Yeah.
Or they're being forced to listen to this.
This is part of a communist regime.
Okay, we should start though properly now.
Yeah. Well, you've already said my name. I'm Devin. Devin Herrera. I probably pronounced my last name wrong. That's which is the funniest part.
My name's Dan Price. That is how you pronounce it.
Nice.
I can't roll my R's like you can. That's one of the
Price.
things that
Dan
I'm. Can you say
Price.
my name like that with the rolling of the R?
Dan Price.
Ooh.
No,
Okay, for real this time though.
Yeah, no, well, I was trying to. Yeah, I'm Devin Herrera, and
I'm Dan Price,
Dan Price.
and we are the Resetters.
The Resetters.
Resetting reality since today, because this is our first podcast.
Yeah, since today, yeah.
Yeah.
Since, what's the date? Does anyone know what the date is?
Uh,
Giraffe in the Room, do you know the date?
Yeah.
Nah, Giraffe in the Room doesn't know the date.
It is the 19th of October.
19th of October.
Yeah, and it's a full moon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's almost full anyway.
almost okay, so it's not really a full moon.
Yeah.
It's kind of almost a full moon. That's not a full moon, Dan Price.
Yeah, what's your opinion on people who get affected by the moon? Like, are you one of them, or?
Oh yeah. Well, I definitely think, if there's a gravitational body in our orbital rotation that can affect the oceans,
Uh-huh.
and we are a large portion of water,
Uh-huh.
that could definitely affect us as people.
Yeah, I get that. It's just that I still just kind of can't help thinking it's bullshit.
I know it sounds like one of those things that's bullshit, but I'm strongly inclined.
So many people swear by it, it's the
yeah.
moon. And
But
have there actually been studies, though, like where they, lock someone in a room and they didn't know what day it was, and then they had to guess, like...
what the moon cycle was?
Yeah, because they're like, I couldn't sleep last
Well-
night, and it was definitely a full moon last night.
Well, that would be challenging man's ability to predict things, which is pretty low. So I don't know if that's a good example per se, but
To predict things.
yeah, it's like put all of their biases and assumptions aside and accurately try to predict something, especially in situations of high stress. Anyway, I think the moon can affect people, but it does sound a little wooey. I will admit.
I'm living in this commune now, and I realize a lot of people are kind of more hippie-ish.
Yeah.
Although, right?
Yeah.
Though when I did try to do the tarot with you, you were like,
I'm good.
"Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah, I'm
You're
good,
this
man.
is
Thanks.
bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my god."
I'm probably the least hippie here.
However, you believe that the moon
No.
has
So-
an effect, so
So I believe the moon's gravitational pull, or like its gravitational presence, can affect water on this planet. To a
there's
massive
no
degree.
denying that.
And
That's tides.
tides are the biggest representation of water we have, the ocean. And and so why wouldn't it affect the smallest representation of water that we have?
Okay, for example, I have a bowl of water,
Uh-huh.
but I don't really see it moving due to the moon. Although
Yeah, that's an argumentative fallacy. But
Yeah, I don't know anything what I'm talking
no,
about.
I know.
I just find I'm real skeptical about the whole moon thing. I would like to believe it.
Well, I think
I want to believe.
I think this is a really good segue into a discussion that we have been meaning to have for a while. I would love to use this opportunity for us and anyone who dares listen to our stupid voices to learn things from people and resources that are reliable and
Science.
yeah. I mean, science or even spiritualism, and if people want to come on and they want to talk about spiritualism, that's fine.
You can believe what you want to believe.
Yeah. And there's some psychological proof behind some spiritual practices. You got the use of psychedelics and the psychonauts.
I think
of
the point 60s. Of this podcast is for us to actually go on a journey of learning about things that we don't know about, because I think we both admit we're quite ignorant to many things.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, I'm stupid as shit.
Yeah, we're dumb as fuck.
But we're smart enough to realize that.
Yeah.
And that's why we've created this. It's like our own little... Because we're not allowed to go out and meet people. We're in lockdown. So we're going to be our little...
For a little bit of frame of reference for anybody that doesn't know, we are currently...
Day 63.
Day 63 of lockdown in New Zealand. Auckland, New Zealand specifically. And we live in a commune, if that wasn't already stated. So we live in a house with 8 people.
Yeah.
9 people now.
There's a giraffe on the couch next to us.
Yeah, we've got the giraffe in the room. Who will be probably a regular occurrence.
We'll interview him later. Yeah.
He may
guest.
be an interview at some point, but he's talking giraffe. He's quite cool. He's doing his own thing right now, so we'll just let the giraffe graze away at those trees.
Yeah. I was just thinking of the the movie Birdman.
Oh, I love.
Do you know the secondary title for Birdman?
No.
It's The Virtue of Ignorance.
Oh yeah.
I think that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, we are the virtue of ignorance.
Naivety, admitting that you don't know anything, and being willing to. Right, the end of the film, he like in the beginning, he's kind of arrogant, and ignorant.
Yeah,
but by the end, he's like, oh yeah,
he flies.
Yeah, I know the end. Isn't he supposed to actually be dead? I don't know. I don't know.
He dies in like halfway through the movie or something, and then like the rest of the movie is his conscious playing out what should have or could have been, and then at the end,
I guess so. I feel like those kind of films, they want you to make up your own ending.
Yeah, it's a great movie. That's it for anybody that hasn't watched Birdman, and we haven't ruined it for you just now talking about it. Please go check it out. On that note, I think we should take a break.
Okay.
Have a break from our sponsor. Coming to you soon.
Yep. So we've got 24 topics, actually.
I've got one that I'm putting in here that if we get, I swear to God, I'm going to squeal like a little pig.
Awesome. Yeah, so this is called the random 24.
I know the stakes are extremely low, but for some reason that makes it much worse.
Yeah, okay.
Bond.
James Bond. I actually wanted to ask you something about that. I've been thinking lately.
Yeah. Talk to me about Bond.
If James Bond changed to a woman,
instead of him being a massive womanizer.
Oh, yeah.
She's a massive
manizer.
Is that a word? I don't know. Whatever the opposite of that is.
Isn't that weird though that we have? It's so obvious what the word womanizer is, but we're not even sure.
She just treats all of these men like shit. She uses them in ploys for her spy games.
Isn't there already a movie like that though that we're just not thinking of?
I don't know. But it's funny because
there's definitely a lot of movies where there's guys scoring girls as like a goal in their narrative.
Well, it's especially common in like the spy genre.
But yeah, where's the
female love? Where's the female love?
That is a really good question.
I would like it.
Yeah. Okay. I just pulled out hip hop.
My favorite artist, Aesop Rock, boasts the highest vocabulary and most unique words used per song. So like out of all of his songs, out of all of the hip hop songs,
do you think that's added to? I would say you've got quite a good lexicon. You know, you've got a good.
I have a very verbose vocabulary.
Yeah,
like that. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I always
possibly.
admired that about you. I was like, Devin, man, that was good well placement of verbose. Like, I never use verbose. I'm always like, shit.
Verbose.
I want to say that. You know those words? You just like want to use them more, but it takes you years till you actually realize how to
use that word properly.
Yeah, I've got that problem with. It's not nevertheless, but it's something like that.
Nevertheless.
No, it's not that one though. It's it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway.
I love using nevertheless. It throws people off. People are like, oh, you're just trying to sound like an arrogant asshole.
What does it even mean?
Yeah,
nevertheless. Like when you're a kid, you're trying to figure that out. You're like, what is less than never?
Yeah. Nevertheless. No, it means like never the less of two, you know? So never, always better, basically, is the equivalent. Is a synonym phrase you could use for that.
Oh, never the light, right, yeah.
Nevertheless.
Will always be better.
Yeah.
Damn, that word's really sticking in my head now. Maybe I should just Google it. I'm going to Google synonym.
Oh, yeah.
For nevertheless.
Yeah, please do. Yeah.
And
I mean, we have...
I would like your opinion on it as a
super
person.
super articulate person.
Articulate.
Come on, man. You're an English teacher.
Yeah. How'd you get into hip-hop?
Through dubstep, funny enough. There was a period in my life when Skrillex first started coming out.
Yeah, I remember that time.
Yeah, everyone remembers the Skrillex era.
Well,
yeah.
by the way, when you're telling the story, could you use the word that I was thinking of, which is notwithstanding?
Notwithstanding?
Notwithstanding, yeah.
Yeah. I could try. that's a hard one.
Yeah,
notwithstanding. Yeah, I guess you can use it the same as nevertheless. Oh, wait, hold on. We have to pause for a second. We have to pause this for a second.
Okay.
That's the power of post-editing. That was the goodnight song for the giraffe in the room.
Yeah. Notwithstanding that,
sick.
No, I have no idea what that means. I don't know. I think it means like the opposite of nevertheless.
No.
You do kung fu, right?
Oh yeah. Well, I did kung fu for a long time. I did Hungar Kung Fu specifically. Yeah, I did that for 6 years.
I know nothing about that. How would you explain it in one sentence? A concise sentence.
I'll do it specifically about Hungar. Hungar is the art of attaining internal and external hardness and softness.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, that's what Hungar was. So it's the idea of being strong and firm, while also being adaptive and ever moving with the world around you.
So is that hardness and softness at the same time, or are you like taking turns to be hard and then be soft?
No, it's yin and yang, man. They're the same time.
Right.
So it's
There's a bit of Taoism in there.
Yeah, well, very much so. A lot of Taoism in Kung Fu in general. But, so Hungar specifically is the main thing that I did a little bit of dabbling in other martial arts, but it was mainly like small seminars and stuff, you know. Boring, like you go there for a week and you learn a little bit of Bagua, you learn how to walk in circles around people, and then you go back and try to apply that to your martial art.
What was the fun part then?
Well, the fun part was the camaraderie, you know, the friends that I made through it.
Really? More than kicking the shit out of them?
Yeah, well, I used it for unsavory reasons. I ended up using it to fight people. I ended up using it to actually like...
Right. Did you go into it first, though, with the sense of, I'm going to defend myself because you were being attacked?
No. I did that with judo initially.
Okay.
Because I've studied a few...
journey of martial arts.
Yeah, I've studied a few martial arts. The main one, actually, funny enough, wasn't Kung Fu. It was Kenjutsu. Kotori Shinto Ryu, specifically. Which is Japanese swordsmanship. So I know how to use a sword.
Right. Kendo.
I ain't the fucking one. No, Kenjutsu. It's grandfather.
So real swords?
Yeah, real swords.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like actual swords, not just like...
Are there some people who like lose fingers and stuff doing that?
Yeah, I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know them personally, but yeah, I'm assuming. That sounds like something that would happen to
Yeah.
people.
It's like that knife trick people do, where they put their hand on the table and, like, have you ever done that?
I can do that really fast.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I can do that really fast. Or at least I used to be able to. I mean,
Yeah.
it's, I've been out of practice of anything for about 6 years now. Comfortably, happily.
Uh-huh.
It's martial arts is still an ongoing journey, but now it's all internal.
Right.
So I still practice
Nice.
Tai Chi, and meditation, but that's pretty much all.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. You've got the yin and yang, the physical and the mental,
Yeah.
and a bit of both.
Yeah. So I'm maybe in some later stage of my life I'll combine all three and do the spiritual too, or some shit.
Yeah. I always remember this Simpsons episode where Bart goes to learn some martial art, and then he's like, "Sweet, I'm gonna like do karate kicks and shit or whatever," and then the guy's like, "Okay, here's like a massive book. Read this first." He's like, "Fuck that shit."
Yeah. That's
Bart actually never swears, but in real life, Bart
but
would be like, "Fuck shit" all the
He
time.
would have cursed all the time at everything. No, I
And so would Homer.
Homer would too.
Doe is actually Homer saying "fuck" in real life.
Oh, is it?
That-
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
Nobody says "doe." Or shit, maybe.
Never watched The Simpsons. I've only ever seen one episode,
Yeah.
I think. Right? It was that one episode I watched with. Was it with you?
Did I make you
I
watch
think
one?
I think
I
you
don't even
made
remember
me watch
that.
a Halloween special,
Oh, I did. That was the Halloween specials
Yeah.
are the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're like, none of this is canon, by the way. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, okay, great.
Yeah.
Now I know nothing.
That's why they're I love those ones.
I don't know nothing about the. Yeah, I know nothing about The Simpsons at all.
You know more than you think you know because it's just so
Just as part of pop, or it's part of. Home
ingrained in
culture.
society.
Oh,
Just-
I don't
yeah,
think
pop-
I don't think you got my hint. I was asking if I could steal a little bit of wine.
I understood that.
Oh, you don't have any more wine.
No, I do. It's just
You don't want to give me wine.
you told me. Yeah, no, you asked me.
Did I
I
say?
mean, I know that you're trying to not drink.
Yeah.
and that's why.
Oh, what a good friend.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good friend. Yeah, I respect the fuck out of that. No, good. No, I respect the fuck out of that.
Yeah, so I don't feel right.
What was the thing? What was the thing that came out of the bowl?
We got dyslexia,
Dyslexia.
which everyone knows is so ironic that no one can spell it.
Okay.
Like try to spell it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I knew that was coming. I've got to try.
Wait. Let me get the.
Yeah. D.
I don't know, so I'm gonna type it up here.
D S L E.
No, you're wrong straight away.
It's not even D. Does it not even start with D?
No, it does.
Oh.
D-Y.
D-Y. D.
Lexia.
Dyslexia.
So it's like dyslexia. Is how do you read that easy?
Dyslexia. Dyslexia.
Dyslexia. That's
That's
better.
how I read
Yeah, okay, so that's
dyslexia.
if you're out there, you don't know how to
Fuck.
spell dyslexia.
That's
Just
so
remember
fucked.
to say dyslexia.
Dyslexia.
D-Y,
Dyslexia.
dyslexia. S-L-E-X-I-A. There
Well,
you go. You're welcome.
I know nothing about dyslexia. I'm assuming you have some history with dyslexia.
I think I am dyslexic.
Oh.
Actually, let me rephrase that. I think everyone is dyslexic
Oh.
to some extent. because
Controversial.
I think it's just like sometimes you just have special words that are just hard for you to spell. And you're like, I always like one M or two M's in tomorrow, or
Yeah.
February, like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of stuff. Like, but it's more than that. Those are the obvious ones. It's like all these words that you just never actually learn to spell your whole life. You just like, well, I'll just never ever learn how to spell fabulous.
I can't spell Wednesday.
Right? That's hard. Yeah.
I can't even even like.
W-E-N.
Yeah. When?
No.
When? Is it
W-D.
Is it WD or WE?
Yeah, W-D. N-E-S. Yeah, that took me ages.
Wednesday.
And that's the weird thing because it took me fucking years to learn how to spell Wednesday when all I could have done was just like spent 2 minutes like training myself, but instead I just spent like
15 years.
400 individual moments of being like, fuck this shit.
Coming from an English teacher.
Yeah, it's like,
fuck, I don't want to learn this.
yeah, then because you've got the spell checker now anyway.
Yeah.
Every time you write, so
Yeah, you might as well
I
just fucking
always
rely on that shit.
have to right click on that
Yeah,
to change it. Because I'm always doing that anyway because I don't type very well. You know,
So do you think modern culture and its overuse of technology is gonna form more people with dyslexia in the future?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a possibility? At
Yes,
least?
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's why I've given up. I think if we didn't have computers and that and spell check,
Yeah.
I would have learned to spell Wednesday way earlier. Or maybe I wouldn't have. No, maybe I wouldn't have known I was wrong.
Yeah, you would have never known.
Just go through like those people who don't spell. They're just like,
I'm just.
nobody tells me, hey, your email was not exactly
Yeah.
so. You know, like.
It's
No,
a-
I shouldn't say that. I'm not putting down people who don't.
It's a series of enablers. A series of
Yeah.
people just enabling you.
It's the virtue of the ignorant, you know, to be like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
There we go
What the
again.
fuck? You
Do
know?
you remember that from pre-break? Yeah. Virtue of ignorance.
Yeah, you can roll your R's. You're so lucky. I'm one of. I want to make a support group for people who cannot roll their R's.
Support group for
Yeah,
people.
because it really sucks, man. And I love that Spanish music with that R rolling and the way you can really inflect your voice with it. And I can't do it. And everybody I tell that I can't do it to, they're always like, no, you can do it. You just do this. And then they do it. And I'm like,
If you
and then
ever
I try it and it just looks stupid.
do this support group, can you name it after me, so that they have to pronounce my name?
like dyslexia or something.
No, so they could be like Devin Herrera, Herrera's support group for people that can't roll their R's.
Yeah, it's like this dyslexic
Yeah.
group that nobody can spell
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're
Yeah. The onomatopoeia of of dyslexic dyslexic groups. Oh my god.
What does that say? Drugs.
Drugs. This is drugs.
Okay, give me your weirdest drug story.
Oh, my weirdest drug story.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants to hear, right? When we talk about drugs, like when you see a movie about people being high on drugs, it always has to be really fucking weird, you know. Like last night, we were watching that movie, Good Time.
Yep.
And then they like throw like fucking half a cup of liquid acid in this guy's mouth.
Oh my god, probably
And
kill
then like
him.
5 minutes later, he's just like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, my weirdest drug story. Wait, do you have a weird drug story?
Everybody who's done drugs since I
Okay.
had got a
Alright.
weird drug story.
Alright. Oh,
Because
okay.
every time you take
Yeah,
drugs, that's
it's
the
a
point.
weird time.
It's just supposed to be
So,
weird.
I have a few weird drug stories. This one was on mushrooms, and
Classic.
yeah, it's good thing. But we were taking high amounts, and it was with a few of my friends, two of my friends, Jake and Dana, and two of their friends who I had never met at my house.
Uh-huh. That's not weird.
No, it wasn't weird. Well, it's weird to me, but yeah, we come from different places.
Let's say.
Yeah, but anyway, so
people actually visited you.
yeah, people came to my
Right.
house and did recreational drugs with me.
Since I've known you, that's never happened.
That's yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, 63 days in lockdown. I'll do that.
Yeah, it was a good time at first. We all kind of sat around out back on the porch, watched the rain come in. Because of the drugs, we could see it on waves, and then one of my friend Jake's friends started hitting on Dana, who we were kind of seeing each other at the time.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah. Well, I let it go. Wasn't a thing. She didn't let it go. She was like, she was
Called him out.
She was upset. Yeah, she was like, "What the fuck, man? Like, there's a thing going on.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah.
You're gonna do this."
What are you doing?
And he just kind of brushed it off, and that was the first thing that happened, and everything was fine. for like another hour or two.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then I have no idea what happened. I was standing over by the edge of the porch with Dana, just talking. Jake and his two friends are sitting behind us, and I hear, "What the fuck, man?" And I see one of the friends stand up, and Jake is quickly met by him standing up. Now, they both got aggressive pretty quickly, and
who's getting aggressive?
Jake,
the guy who's hitting on your girlfriend.
Yeah, and his friend,
another friend, not your girlfriend.
Yeah. No, my girlfriend.
And they're getting aggressive because.
I mean, my girlfriend got her knife out
you don't know yet.
really quick.
Oh shit!
She got her knife out really quick. Yeah, I still to this day don't even really know what happened, but he started pushing and hitting my friend Jake. Like, Jake wasn't fighting back. He is twice his size.
And they're both on mushrooms.
All of us are on mushrooms.
Right. Whoa, this guy's crazy, man. Like,
so I go inside.
You're getting a fight on mushrooms.
Like 18-year-old me goes inside and grabs my 50-pound orange Osage bow that I had made a couple months before. A bow and arrow bow. Okay.
Shit, and you're on mushrooms too, man.
And I'm on mushrooms, crazy. And I knock back
this guy's
from
Texas,
and I'm like, get the fuck off of my property right now, or I'm gonna call the cops on all of us.
Or I'm gonna call the cops on all of us,
or I'm gonna shoot you with this bow. And I have never seen someone leave a property so quickly than to have this large or decorative ornate bow.
Yeah.
That can I have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Large organic homegrown tobacco.
Yeah, boy. Large ornate Native American Plains bow.
You know, I have often thought,
in his face.
Not often, but like me, like going to bed early. There's a party going on. Thought about,
this is the time.
I've thought about calling noise control on myself.
Oh yeah.
To get like the party.
Yeah.
But I've never done it. But I think there must be such a guilty, nice feeling to be like, in the morning they're like, yeah, man, like the fucking noise control came and then shut us down. You're like, oh really? That's strange. I was sleeping, sound as a baby.
I was relaxing. I was having a good time.
Okay, we're gonna take a short break here. Just a second. You won't even know we're gone.
Another short break from our small. I can't think of it.
Okay. Let's say pencil in Spanish. Lápiz. Okay, so for English, I would say it's lápiz. It's like the piss, and piss is shaped like a dick, and a dick is like a pencil.
One of those things.
So I always do that, and I'll seriously just be like, lápiz, and I'll be like, the piss, and I'll be like, oh, piss is kind of shaped like a pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually helped me learn
language.
Yeah, languages.
Oh yeah.
Not specifically piss.
Yeah.
But it's like every word I have to be like, it's like. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah. I got the general gist of it. Pissed of it.
I mean, do you do that too, or is that something everyone does? Or
I don't do that, but I'm sure
that works for me.
Yeah. Flat earthers.
Yeah.
Or flat earth. Yeah, flat earthers.
You know what I think is the most interesting about flat earthers?
This is gonna be a good one.
It's just like all the evidence they got, and it's like, some of it makes sense. You're like, yeah, fuck. How do we know that? NASA anything is real, How do we fucking know anything?
Math.
I don't know math. How do you know math?
We do have to put a lot of trust in people that are smarter than us. I do admit that, but I would rather put.
So they don't have the virtue of ignorance because they're like, no, there's no way.
Yeah. They think they're all.
I think
all
you know
right.
what I think. I think they're all just dying for someone to be like, you know what? I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to give you a free trip around the planet in my spaceship. And they're like,
really? Every single flat earther just wants a free spaceship trip. Yeah.
Exactly. That's their ultimate goal.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what they want.
Isn't it funny that we all hate them so much? It's like, you're so fucking dumb. The Earth is not flat. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, because they are dumb. Because the Earth isn't flat.
Yeah, but
What?
You can't just I don't believe in all these other religions too, but I don't go around calling them fucking idiots because I'm it doesn't exist. The thing you believe in is like, but flat earthers is like a religion, really. And
It is, yeah.
Isn't it weird that we love to rip the shit out of them, but anybody else who believes something that's like could totally...
I make fun of Christians all the time.
I know, right? Thank
so
God
easy.
it's acceptable. Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah,
There is no God.
Because for a long time it wasn't. I think
God is a
that must
mindset.
have been a real shitty time.
I
You
guess
had this really good joke, and you're like, "Oh,
there's a...
Devin made a joke about Jesus." All right, Devin, that you're gonna go to jail for 3 months. It was pretty funny, so we're gonna give you a reduced sentence.
Yeah. You get a little bit of time off. Well, that withstanding, how have you adapted as an English teacher?
Well, I'm just with most of the students. Just assume you know more than them, which if they're younger, you often do.
Yeah.
And if there's the ones that do know more than you for spelling, the best comeback I've heard from a teacher was, after reading your guys' spelling for so long, I'm not sure how anything's spelled.
Damn, sick burn.
Yeah.
Also quite rude for a teacher to say that, but whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I just admit it straight away. I'm really bad at spelling.
yeah,
And I don't really care. Like,
it's fine. That's okay.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be bad at spelling, even though
I think
that is...
it's not as important. Like, especially with spell check now. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's like I remember when I was a kid, and you probably had the same thing, being just like 10 years older than me. Teachers being like,
just everybody.
teachers being like, "Oh, you're not gonna have a calculator in your pocket all the time," and then now we've got literal calculators in our pockets all of the time.
Yeah, and if you don't study this, you're gonna end up being
Yeah.
a garbage man
yeah,
who make more money than teachers do.
yeah,
Much more.
that sucks. That sucks a lot.
You gotta go to uni and get a degree,
Or else you're
so you can get
fucked.
paid less than everybody who goes and gets a trade.
Yeah.
Like a lot less. Looking at some of the statistics, it's like,
What's funny, I actually went to university, much to my parents' and teachers' disbelief, and studied neuroscience and developmental psychology
wow,
for 3 years.
that's ambitious. Yeah, well, and you stuck at it. Nice.
Yeah, I stuck at it for a while, and I cooked my way through it,
Ah.
and I realized that I loved cooking,
Yeah.
and vowed to never put work over art ever again.
Work over art.
Never to
Oh,
put
so cooking
work.
was your art.
Cooking was my artistic release.
Oh, nice.
I vowed to never put work over
I can
art.
tell that when you cook meals in this house. I'm like,
It's my art.
Devon's doing his art. in
It's
the
it's
kitchen.
one of my artistic reliefs now, and now I primarily
It's
focus
like a
on
music
my
instrument,
artistic.
but the kitchen is your instrument. You're just like,
Yeah.
do magic. It's like cooking's kind of like doing magic.
It's like an orchestra. I've always
But
thought of it
Let
as like an
me just
orchestra.
finish this thought.
Yeah.
It is like magic because you put these random ingredients together, like a potion, like a witch's brew, and then something magical happens, like a cookie or a loaf of bread.
Yeah, you put fucking flour in a fucking thing, and it comes out as a cookie. It blows my mind every time.
Yeah, right.
I know
It is-
exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying though?
No, that was way better than my point.
I just realized, like, yeah, cooking is actually like a real practical magic that we,
Yeah.
you know, if magic is only science that we don't understand.
Cooking is practical magic.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. I dropped the mic, but I don't own the mic, so.
Do you
wanna-
remember the first time? I remember as a kid, like the first time I cooked a cake with my mom and just seeing like, you know, licking all the batter off the spoon, and then seeing this thing like growing in the oven. And just
Yeah.
be like, oh my god!
Oh my god, it's magic.
Do you know what I thought though as a kid? I just remember thinking, why the hell are you putting that thing in the oven when we could just eat the raw mixture?
Yeah.
And
It's so good.
I made a vow to myself. I said, when I get older, I always did this shit as a kid. I was like, when I get older, we'll never watch the news. It'll always be The Simpsons. Because they were on at the same time, right? And
Yeah.
my dad always chose the news.
You
and
wanted
it
the
really
news
pissed me
and you
off.
wanted the Simpsons.
And I kept it up for years, like until
Yeah.
I was like 30 something. I was like, just didn't watch the news because I was just so pissed off that I missed all these Simpsons episodes.
Yeah.
And I, caught up. And so, in that same breath, I was like, I lost what I was talking about.
No, it's fine. It happens.
The cake going up.
Yeah, the cake. Yeah, the magic of cooking. Yeah, my parents were. My mom was the opposite. She was very into fun TV shows, and we would rarely watch the news.
Oh, nice!
And now I want to watch the news all the time.
Yeah, that's yeah.
When we're done with this podcast, I'm probably going to watch the news.
Mix, right? So I also made a vow to myself, and I said to myself when I must have been like 7, and I was like, when I get older and I get my own house and I have my own kitchen and my own food, I'm gonna make a cake, and when I've made the cake mixture right before it goes in the oven, I'm gonna eat it.
I'm gonna put it in the pan.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna sit on the couch and I'm just gonna spoon feed myself cake mixture.
Oh God, you'd be so sick.
Yeah, and so I didn't do that. I grew up and I realized
that's raw egg is not good to consume in large amounts.
Shit, but if me at 7, if you'd have given me a bowl of like raw cake mixture and be like, "Do you want to eat this whole thing?"
Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I do. Well, give me that. Give me a spoon. Give me a spoon. I'll get it now. Spoon.
So it's like all these promises you make to yourself when you're a kid. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be this. And then you've got to give them up at different times. So like, I had to give up the cake mixture one straight away because I realized that dream was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But when it came to like not watching the news and watching,
you could stick with it for a long time.
Yeah, that made sense to me. Until now, where now I always check the news rather than I check what the Simpsons are up to.
Yeah,
or another cartoon.
Yeah, because I mean the Simpsons don't really matter. I still haven't. I still
no memes. I think for me
memes
are the new Simpsons for me. Like I used to watch Simpsons for like comedy relief.
Yeah,
chill out.
Memes hit me hard, man. Memes hit me real hard.
I'm numb to them now. It's really hard for me to even get like when you get the breath through your nose, like. That's quite funny. Yeah, it's so rare for me.
No,
I don't laugh at that much, I guess.
Memes hit me hard, and like if it's a meme I find funny, I'm on the floor laughing. Like I'm trying to show as many people in the room as I can. Like yeah.
Do you know I've just like I was looking at my phone today, 9gag, the app, and it's like the phone says, "Hey, well done, best buddy, 55th day streak."
Oh God.
Yeah, and I'm like,
oh, what am I doing with my life?
I know. It's like my bedtime routine. I just like look at memes, but
memes are great. I do
I do it every night, and it does it for a lot. So it's crazy. I've seen more memes than Simpsons.
Do you know what's funny? I have a similar habit currently. It's a new one, but it's sticking around for a little bit. I watch Facebook videos.
Yeah. I've been there.
Which is so bad.
Yeah.
It's like one of them that I'm watching right now is a guy reacting to other videos, and like I've never been a fan of reaction videos, and now all of a sudden I'm watching this guy and I'm like, who am I? Are
you like an OnlyFans guy for him? You're like, there's something about this guy.
Yeah, he's like this.
The way he relaxed.
He's like this heavier set black guy American heavier set black guy that just soothes my soul.
Maybe it's his voice or something. You got that
no, it's not a particularly soothing voice. It's just like the way he reacts to things.
Voice.
No, it's the way he reacts to things. That
you ever met anybody who does? What's that thing people do with their voice to make it huskier? I forget what it's called, but it's like you talk like this all the time.
I don't know what it's actually called, but
and it's like you always talk like this.
That's terrible. Please stop that.
Please stop what? Movies. Talking about movies.
Let's talk about movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the first movie that fucked you up.
The first movie that fucked me up?
That's what we want to hear, but that's what I want when I watch a movie. I want a movie to fuck me up, you know?
Oh,
like,
dude.
I want to feel something. Like I can't even get a laugh out of memes. When I watch a movie, I want to get fucked up. Like, last night, I got fucked up by that film, Good Time.
Yeah.
That fucked me up really bad. Like that was like so good. Just like watching this crazy story, this amazing acting,
Yeah.
brilliant directing, but the
Beautiful
story's completely
cinematography,
fucking mental.
yeah.
It's off the fucking chain.
I
I live for those kind of films that would just like take me somewhere I would never imagine.
I think the first movie that really fucked me up was the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh my god.
I think that was the
That
first
film
movie
is so good.
that fucked me. Well, because I watched it.
8mm. It's beautiful.
I watched it way too young.
That is, yeah, dude. I watched it for the first time at 35, and it fucked me up. How old were you?
I think I was like 10 or some shit.
I had to write an essay on it, so I did all this study on it.
Nah, I was.
You know, I'm guessing the scene that fucked you up the most was the last scene where they're like at the table.
Oh yeah. Oh, fuck.
Do you know why? And there's a reason why that scene is so intense. It's because when they had the suit on, they had to shoot that scene. It was so hot in Texas, in that building with no air conditioning. It was really low budget.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "There's no fucking way I'm doing this again, like tomorrow, any other day, because it took so long to do the makeup and everything." He's like, "You got to shoot everything today." So they just ended up doing like this fucking 20-hour shoot.
Oh my god.
Where she's like strapped to the table and like it was like basically real torture going on for that long.
And that was take 100 or something.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Oh my god, that sounds terrible. Yeah, I think it was the first movie that fucked me up. I think the first movie that like the next movie that really
wait. How old were you when you watched that?
Like 10.
Because you're from Texas too, so
yeah,
you probably thought that was real.
You know, because it is real. It's
wait, how old were you?
It's based off a real story.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. The original.
Oh no, it gains. Yeah.
Is based off of a real story.
No, it's not based off a real story. It's based off a real killer who like made like furniture in his lounge and shit into.
Sorry, yeah, it's.
But
based
wait,
off
how old were you though when you saw that?
10, and I was.
Oh my god!
Living
10.
in Texas. I was living in Texas. Well, I was just about to move out of Texas.
How did you end up watching that? Did
my mom?
No way.
My mom fucking watched it, and I watched it with her.
You just happened to be in the room at the same time she was watching.
Well, yeah, but I watched the whole fucking movie with her.
Oh my god! So, I don't want to like say anything bad about your mom, but that seems like
that's not a good parenting. She tried. She tried her best. Yeah.
But 10 years old watching that is some heavy shit, man.
Yeah, it was intense. I don't
recommend any.
I don't recommend it. I don't recommend putting your 10-year-old.
However, notwithstanding that, it is a fucking amazing film, and your mum was kind of beautiful to let you watch like an amazing piece of cinema, because in my mind, nothing comes close. Oh my god! I had
like horror wise. You mean?
I had to write an essay on the film, right, on Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
And I got a really bad mark because the essay question was like, what does this person's, her opinion on the uncanny have to do with Texas Chainsaw Massacre? And instead of like focusing on, I don't think it was the uncanny, it was something else, Americana or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just ended up writing a love letter to the film in essay form. And I just was so in love with the film that I just wrote this fucking, I think the first line was like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the greatest film ever made, or something dumb like that.
It's a good movie. I'll give it that.
Yeah. No. Because I like went to the library and like, I typed in Texas Chainsaw Massacre on the library.
Yeah.
And there's like 10 books came up. So I went to the library, so got all these books. I just fucking couldn't stop reading about it. Like I know a lot about this film.
Yeah.
And so I got a real bad mark on this essay because the guy was like, "Yeah, I get it. You like the film. How about answering the fucking essay question? You got a B-."
Okay. All right. So on the subject of movies, what is? I guess that would be your favorite movie, or one of your favorite movies. What would be one of your favorite movies? If you
maybe would put that up as my favorite.
But what's the first one that came into your head when I asked?
Seven Samurai, Akira Kurosawa.
Oh my god, Kurosawa. Oh, Kurosawa, man. Oh, I love.
He's the fucking man.
Why have we not watched Kurosawa together?
I have as a box set.
Why are we not watching that? Let's fucking do that.
We could do a podcast watching one of his movies and just
my
like commenting on it.
What's the
I
one
love
with
all of
like the imposter?
Rashomon?
Rashomon, yeah, the one where he like.
There's 3 stories and they're all different.
Well, there's the one where in.
There's so many.
Oh fuck! I don't know which one it is. The one where like an emperor or a daimyo is killed and.
He's the double, the body double.
They find the body double.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and
he's the drunk.
Yeah, the drunk guy who like they
Yeah,
dress
that's
up.
that's a classic
that's
story.
So good.
That's so
is that
classic.
a Rashomon?
No.
No. That's because I think there's a full.
It's probably
movie.
called like the King or the King's Double. I don't know.
Yeah. It's such a good movie. That's a Kurosawa movie.
I've seen all of his films. I have the box set and I've watched all of them.
I'm so excited to watch those.
Something just his story writing is so seamless.
So
like he
good.
doesn't, like I always watch Hollywood movies. And I'm like, well, that would never happen because there's a plot hole or that.
Yeah.
But his films, there's never a plot hole. There's never like a thing where you're like, well, that would never happen.
They're
It
airtight.
all fucking
Airtight.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, airtight. Yeah, it's fucking
Airtight movies.
And yeah, once you've seen like those kind of films, those are like amazing films, those airtight, beautiful scripted. Everything else, that's why I don't want to dump on Marvel, but that's I think a big thing for me is like a lot of the films is just not airtight.
Yeah.
You know.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I think nowadays we
Like
put
the Joker, the last Joker.
Yeah.
I'm a DC boy, whatever. That was an airtight script.
No. Wait,
Okay.
was?
Yeah. Tell me one thing that like didn't
Oh, no.
flow.
No. I thought you said it wasn't. I wasn't questioning.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was just questioning what you said, because I've only seen it once, and I feel like it's one of those movies that I need to see multiple times to fully get, like to fully understand.
No, I love the shock value of the first watch. I went back
Yeah.
and I watched it the second time, and
Yeah.
the feelings were like way lower.
Well, that's the thing is I've gotten over the shock value, so now I can go back and actually properly analyze the movie.
Yeah, it was. I went to the cinema. I took my girlfriend after I saw it with my friend, and I was expecting the same exhilarating feeling. But you go to the cinema to
It's not the same.
It's
Yeah.
all about the first time.
Yeah.
Like
It'll never be the same as the first time. It's like
Yeah.
a drug you're always chasing. The white tail is long.
That's what I live for. Like the first time I saw Mad Max, Fury
Oh,
Road at
yeah.
the cinema, I was like, oh my god.
Oh, so good. I want to rewatch that too. It's so good. I haven't seen it in a while. Hey, have you? Speaking of movies, have you gotten your hands on Dune yet? Have
Do you know? No,
have you
it's
checked?
shit. It's not happening yet.
Yeah.
It'll
Okay.
come.
Yeah, eventually. We'll get to see it. We'll have a whole viewing.
What's Keanu Reeves in your movie?
That's
The Matrix.
That's the one. That's the one I was really looking forward to. I was really hoping we got to Keanu Reeves. Man, I'm all about Keanu Reeves. He's such a good guy. Have you heard all the stuff he's done for like the cast and crew on The Matrix?
Yeah, I mean, everyone on the internet just constantly talks about what a great guy he is.
He's donated so much of the money he made from The Matrix to
It
the
just
cast
seems to
and
me
crew of The
like
Matrix.
he's just really good looking, and he does like stuff that people should do, but they don't do because usually when you get rich, you become an
You
asshole.
become an asshole. Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing is that he hasn't let his fame corrupt him, and he's still a good guy. And it's
Yeah,
beautiful
and isn't that weird? There's like
that we
there's only
idolize
like,
that.
There's only like
Yeah.
one guy we can think of who does that, or maybe there's they're dead. Steve Irwin and Bob Ross. You know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, who do we have? Who's got such a beautiful heart?
Keanu.
Well, not beautiful heart. I don't want to say beautiful heart. I mean, hasn't seemed to have like
Keanu.
lit like his ego.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah,
I
and-
don't actually.
Yeah, and
I
he's got.
don't, I don't actually think he's that great of an actor. I think he's just.
Oh, he's
really
not.
cute.
He's fucking adorable.
And that's why his thing. That's his bullshit. He's like probably his marketing thing. He's like, oh no, I haven't. He's probably like fucking doing coke and like fucking hookers constantly. But,
Oh, no,
but, like
he's-
his publicity team's like, yeah, no, Keanu's just like a really nice guy. donates all his money to charity, and he doesn't have any fun at all. Just stays home and rides his motorbike sometimes.
Do you know what's great is that none of this is being released by his publicity by his publicity team. It's all
That you know of.
It's all
That you know of. That's how good they
Oh
are.
my god. It's all stuff that has been found out through the internet somehow.
Yeah. If I was Keanu's marketer, I would go and make like these.
Okay, does it matter? He's a beacon for hope.
Yeah. I just want to be the contrarian and be like,
he's a
Gandhi
beacon.
was a dick, or like
He's a beacon
Mother
for hope.
Teresa was a fucking psycho.
He's a beautiful man who does beautiful things and makes fun movies. All of his movies are fun. Speed was great.
Yeah.
Speed was great. The fucking Matrix trilogy. 2 of those movies were good. I don't know which ones, but 2 of them were good. The new
one of them was really good.
The new one is going to be probably crap.
Better than the middle two, hopefully.
But you know, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun experience, and we're going to geek out over it. You know, we're going to sit around and watch it on our home theater or whatever the fuck we got here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
wouldn't it be so weird if there was like a Me Too scandal that came out that was Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves based.
Like, oh my god.
Oh no.
But this like
Oh,
that,
the world would crumble.
this meme or whatever I saw the other day was like several women have came out and accused Tom Hanks of being like really polite.
Tom
On
Hanks.
set.
Tom Hanks has been accused multiple times of being a pedophile.
What? Fuck off.
Yeah.
No, really? Fuck off.
Yeah, he has.
I mean,
Yeah, change my view of Tom Hanks.
I'm gonna be
You're all-
virtuous ignorant, and I'm gonna research that later because I don't want to believe that because I've heard the opposite meme, which was like
He's so
several
nice
women have
and-
come out and said that he was accused of being polite to them on set because there was like the joke that he was like such a good guy, a nice guy that would never happen. And
You can be polite and still be a pedophile.
I know that, but that's not the point of the meme. Was like it was like he was like up there with Keanu, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would love for that to be a fact. I would love for him to be a great person.
Yeah. I think we gotta come back to
See,
this.
that's the thing is I'm
I'm gonna insert an audio that's gonna be like true or false.
I think that is fair in defending Tom Hanks, but I don't think it's fair putting down Keanu Reeves because
didn't put him down.
because
Did I?
we should have the highest hopes for all people, for all humankind. You know,
I think definitely innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, I think he's a great guy.
You know,
I love
and
Keanu
prove
Reeves. Keanu Reeves, if you're listening to this for some weird reason, Keanu, you're fantastic. Keep up your good work.
Oh my god, would you stop jerking off about
It's the
Keanu?
subject. Change the subject.
You chose this subject.
I
You
did.
just wanna-
I love him. I love him.
Everybody
so much.
listening, Devin really likes Keanu Reeves.
I really like Keanu Reeves.
He is much like yourself, probably, if you're listening, because
Yeah.
99% of people,
Love Keanu Reeves.
not so much that as Devin, perhaps, but
Yeah. No one
Devin,
loves.
I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
Because you are from the USA, and I know your answer is going to be like,
Yep.
It depends on which state.
Yep. Probably.
Every question I ask you, you're always like,
Well, because it really does.
yeah, but it's such a boring
But anyway.
answer. I want you to be like, yeah, fuck, man. In Texas, we fuck that shit out, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Or whatever.
All right. Go ahead. Ask the question.
Like, because watching like internet videos and shit, I have been like really impressed at like some of the Black Friday videos.
Yeah, that was.
Is that like a real thing? Is that going?
That
Is that like
was-
crazy shit?
Okay. So surprisingly enough, that one is not based state to state. I mean, it is probably a little bit more predominant in the South, like
In Texas,
In Texas, yeah, for sure.
Have you been a
Yeah,
Black Fridayer?
I've been to
In those crowds?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I've been to a few of those crowds. Not the ones that like kill people, but the ones that are pretty
Like you're storming the store.
pretty hectic. Yeah, it's like a fucking siege.
Right.
You're going
and
in.
they're like encouraging that. They're like, yeah, everybody fucking first in, first served. There's like
Yeah, they're like,
only
"Fine."
50 of these TVs left.
That's capitalism, man. That's fucking capitalism.
And how cheap is it that you're running in there like that?
Yeah, like 40 to 60% off of things. Like,
Oh, real? Okay,
yeah,
so-
really, really cheap.
And is that just because the new stock's coming in? Like, what's the?
I don't know. I don't really know
just-
why. It's just
They've been ripping you off all year, and they're like, "We're gonna
Yeah.
give it at a reasonable price today."
yeah, pretty much. That's my assumption.
Everyone's like, "Oh my god, the price is reasonable.
Yeah. Oh my God, we gotta get it.
I can afford it now, finally."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually pretty sad when you think about it. Then that people are, like dying
Mm.
to get this shit at an affordable level, or or just like cheaper than what it is, because everybody deserves a good fucking TV.
Everybody deserves a good.
It should
fucking
be a human right.
Yeah, TVs are a human right. The internet is now a human right.
Yeah, I know that. But what is the internet
Yeah, without a TV,
like a good screen?
without a TV, yeah. I just
You
bought
can't sit in your flat and watch movies on the fucking laptop.
I just bought a Chromecast.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm fully committed to the TV. I'm gonna
Right.
convert my TV into a computer.
That's what TV means now. It's just a big screen.
Yeah, bigger screen. That's it. Bigger
Beautiful.
screen.
I love it.
All right, I think we're rounding out to about an hour and a half here of raw material.
I think we should take a break and
I think we should
finish
take a
off
break.
the fucking random 24.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's take a break. Yeah.
All right. There'll be a word from our sponsor, which is this tree. This is what it sounds like when I rub the microphone on it. That's what the tree has to say.
Nice. Thanks, Monstera.
Monstera.
And we're back.
We're back. Thank you, sponsor.
Yeah, thank you. That was really good. I'm really glad.
If it wasn't for the money, I don't know why I would do this.
Yeah, and that product is something that I really believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, whatever that product was. That's an interesting one. So we're going back to the random 24.
Mm.
So we're just kind of diving into another topic, just to trying to get the ball rolling. Seeing how things pan out with this kind of format.
And we got Buddhism.
Buddhism.
The thing for me that's quite interesting about Buddhism is Buddha is not a god.
No,
He's just a guy, right?
he's just a
Just
man.
a fat guy.
Well, yeah, some cultures depict him as a heavier set, but most cultures depict him as a skinnier,
Really?
almost gaunt like man. Yeah.
But he was actually a man in history.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just like Jesus, but
But he's like, I'm not.
yeah, I'm not. That's the
I'm not
difference.
the son of God.
is
I
he
have
was
nothing
saying,
to do with it.
I have nothing to do with that. I am trying to help you get to a place called enlightenment, and
I'm a teacher.
through enlightenment, you can find nirvana.
Wait. So
Yeah,
had
yeah.
he already found nirvana?
No.
But he knew that you could find it. He just had the faith.
Yeah. And then he reached enlightenment, and when he died, that's when he reached nirvana.
How do we know that?
We don't, but that's it's not.
But he said that that was what's going to happen.
But the thing about Buddhism is it's not about that. It's about what the teachings are. It's about the Dharma.
right. Okay.
Yeah. It's not about the Buddha himself.
It's not about how it ended. It's about how it goes.
Yeah, it's about your personal journey as opposed to what he went through. He was an example for what you can go through, but you are your own personal journey, and you find enlightenment in your own way.
I taught at a Buddhist school for a couple of years,
Oh yeah,
and the kids there were really cool.
yeah,
And like they would start the early morning classes with this Buddhist prayer.
yeah.
And sometimes I would come in like a little bit late, and I'd be like, "All right, sorry I'm late. Whatever. Did you guys already do your Buddhist prayer?" And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, we did it." And I was like,
No, you didn't.
"The way you said it, just like sounded like you want me to hurry up and move on with the next thing instead of doing your Buddhist prayer thing."
You didn't do it, did you, kids?
And then, so at this Buddhist school, I told myself, look, you gotta give yourself a really good name, a really, really good name, if you're gonna restart somewhere,
Yeah.
if you're gonna reset.
Reset.
So I decided So I was going to reset at the school. And what's the coolest name? I was like, Voltron.
Voltron.
So I went to the school and they were like, here's your classes for the day. So every class I went to, I stood up in the class and I was like, hello everybody. I am your teacher, Mr. Voltron. How are you today? And I wrote my name on the board, Mr. Voltron. Underline.
Symboled by 5 pieces.
And I was like, and then I started the lesson, and I did that for every class. And so guess what everyone called me in the school after that?
What?
They called me Mr. Voltron.
Mr. Voltron.
Even though like some of the teachers knew me as like, I only knew like one teacher there when I started, and he was like, "Oh, your name's Dan. Yeah, this is your staff room. These are your classes, whatever."
Dan Voltron.
Boom, and then everyone called me Mr. Voltron. They were too young to have seen the TV show Voltron, but all the other teachers were like, "What is his name? Voltron.
His name is
I've heard that
Voltron.
before."
Oh, I don't know where I've heard that, but I've heard it.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You can judge an entire generation based off of their experiences with Voltron.
Really?
Because there's a new Voltron that got really popular with the youth that came out on Netflix in 2015 or something like that. And then there was the old Voltron. So
The still moving one.
yeah. So you can judge this whole set. You can be like, hey, how do you feel about Voltron? And you can figure out how old they are based off of how they feel about Voltron. It's like Ewoks and the whole like Star Wars. Have you ever heard the whole thing with Ewoks? You either like
I only know the Ewoks from Return of the Jedi, really.
yeah. So you either like Ewoks or you don't, and that's,
I like the Empire Strikes Back. I don't like Ewoks.
and that's based off of when you saw the how old you were when you saw the Ewoks.
No, it's not. It's based off the fact that the Ewoks are kind of shit.
Yeah, but the people that are older are the people that are
No,
younger.
but I used to like the Ewoks. I praised them for years until my friend was like, Return of the Jedi is a piece of shit. Empire Strikes Back is way better. And then I was like, oh my god, you're right.
It's one of those umbrella
They are
things.
dumb. It is dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, we are the Ewoks. Oh my god. Hello. Yeah, welcome to our town. We are stupid animals, but we are sentient.
And also insane killers. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, yeah, that whole...
They fucking murdered a lot of stormtroopers.
Yeah. They should redo that. Do you know, actually, he got David Lynch in to help him with the Ewok shit.
That's crazy. You know what's
David
funny?
Lynch was like, I think you should do the Ewok thing. I think you know all about this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't do cute,
Yeah.
very dumb things that we're gonna like kill
Assassinate.
some.
Yeah. What's funny is like you look at Star Wars. Speaking of Star Wars, what's funny is you look at Star Wars, and you look at the newer stuff and the Clone Wars, and they were all like that, and you think that all of the stormtroopers are clones, and they're not. They're human beings.
Yeah.
And the Ewoks are just murdering people.
Yeah, and they're lesser than human because they're like more like a dog.
They killed
Or a
them with
raccoon or something.
Yeah, they killed a lot
Killing
of people.
humans, like
Killing them with logs and rocks and stuff, like
Yeah.
rolling them down hills.
it's like
and whatnot.
like raccoons with more intelligence.
Yeah. Imagine if a raccoon could just come in and eat your pantry. Yeah, so I think the next subject I pulled out was soil science.
I'm learning so much.
This is a pretty
I'm learning so much.
This is a pretty
everyone's
knowledge.
just like an expert on. I thought I was like, I knew about gardening a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone here is like a fucking
Yeah.
PhD.
Everyone here is fucking into it, and we all. What's interesting is we all have different things we're good at. Like, I know a lot about
Yeah.
soil and a lot about like airgates and pests and fungal systems and
Fuck, man, you know so much about that shit.
microbiology. I turned a bag of sifted washed kitty litter into something that not only has an active microbiology functioning in it, but is supporting a birch tree.
So let me just simplify that. You made cat shit turn into a Berkshire.
Cat litter, not shit. Just
Oh,
just
the
the,
li-
just
okay,
the
sorry,
litter
without
itself.
the poop on it.
Yeah, without the poop
okay,
on it.
okay, sure.
Yeah, that's just fucking.
That would have been more amazing though.
with the shit.
Yeah.
Like a good carbon nitrogen.
I don't know.
boost
Like, is
to
cat
it.
shit good for anything?
Nah, you'd need to. Well, you could put it in compost.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put it in compost.
You know, the first time I grew a marijuana plant, I had some pet pigs,
Oh no,
Moo, Jesus, and Rudy Houdini.
Rudy Houdini.
Yeah,
Love it.
because it kept escaping.
Yeah, I had a beagle. I had a beagle that we nicknamed Houdini
Yeah.
for that reason.
I met a dog today called Ice.
Wait, we're talking about soil science
Yeah. And so,
and dogs. Soil science and dogs.
you know, I something about the pigs though.
I don't know. Tell me about this dog named Ice.
No. I just met her briefly.
Oh, okay.
Nothing to report really.
But yeah, like this house and this whole community is full of a lot of people that are really passionate about gardening in one way or the
Yeah.
other. But soil science is something that I find quite interesting. Like it's, you know,
If you have the right soil, it's gonna fucking grow, right?
well, and it's so much more than that. Like people depend on pesticides and herbicides and fungicides and stuff, but you don't really need that if you have a good microbiology in your soil itself.
Okay.
You can, you know, if you have a strong plant, doesn't matter what you've done to it, like bonsai, how far you've pushed it. If you have a strong, healthy plant, it will naturally fend off these things. And if you let like the pests and the fungus and whatnot, and if you let other plants come into that space and introduce what they naturally are doing, like some things like weeds, you know,
Like changing their space.
yeah. So for instance, like if you have a space that you're planting greens in and you need a nitrogen boost, plant oxalis. Oxalis is a weed, but it also helps with nitrogen fixing. You know, so you know, in my interests, in my hobby, my art form, bonsai, we normally de-weed everything and make everything look all pretty and stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a huge movement of people leaving weeds in until they need them gone, you know, for a show, you know,
Right.
until they need them to look pretty, and then letting them kind of reintroduce back in.
Can I ask you, when you remove a weed from a plant, do you just like keep ripping it out every time it comes up, or do you go deep and get
You
the
get the
tweezers and
root.
be like,
You
you
get the
fucking
root,
search for that, and be
yeah.
like, fuck you.
Yeah, you gotta get the root.
Alright, because that's my problem. I'm always like on my plants, like ripping out the weed.
The leaves.
Now sometimes the root comes out, and I'm so satisfying.
Yeah.
Pulling out, and I'm like, yeah, I got you, bitch.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
But other times I'm like, I don't want to like get like, what do I do? Get tweezers and search for you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, come back, there's fucking seeds there or whatever.
Well, that's the thing is like every time you pull a weed out like that, it gets a little bit easier for you to pull the whole thing out because the root system gets a little bit weaker every single time
just
that you
keep
do it.
at it. If you keep at it, do you agree that it will eventually
It'll
die?
eventually come. Well, it'll eventually come out. You'll eventually pull one time, and it'll just come out, and you'll be like, oh, "Okay, cool. There's only a few roots left connected." Kind of thing.
But there's always going to be weeds there. You can never really stop the weeds.
Oh, you can.
Like
but-
weeding's an ongoing thing.
But what I'm saying is the opposite. I'm saying why?
Why
stop-
weed? Just let them grow and look beautiful.
Let them grow.
Yeah, actually, I do have this. I'm okay. The thing for me was with the cactus. I'm worried that the weeds taking away the nutrients from the cactus. And
Well, it is in a potted environment.
yeah.
So in a potted environment, you do have to control the nutrients
okay.
a little bit more.
Or if I was giving it, fertilizer often, it would not be a problem.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be a problem. And the weeds,
Wow.
the weeds being there, are a sign of that soil missing something.
Really?
Yeah, and that weed is coming in and trying to do that. It's trying to fill that niche. So if like for instance, if you have a phosphorus deficiency or a calcium deficiency or
It would
any
thrive
other-
there because
It would
it's
thrive there
accommodating that
because
to
it-
be a symbiotic relationship.
Exactly.
No fucking way.
So the idea of doing this in a potted environment is very, very easily reflected in a planted, like in a permaculture environment, for instance. like something we have for a little bit of reference, we have a large bed just outside of our kitchen window, and in that bed we are growing borage, which in a lot of places is considered a weed because it grows up. It's this huge.
Not all
donkey
weeds are
thing.
bad.
But this thing helps with pests. It helps with potassium.
Some weeds are good.
Yeah, and helps other things thrive and grow.
One man's weed is
It's
another
another
man's
man's
plant,
pleasure.
or what is this thing? If it's not a weed, but it's a tool.
We'll see, and yeah, it's kind of just it's a companion plant.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. That's
friend.
what you call them.
Companion.
You call them companion plants.
I love that word, companion. I so rarely get a chance to use
yeah.
it.
Well, because like strawberries, basil, and borage all go together. If you plant them together, they all thrive because they all fill
Right.
the particular
Yeah.
mineral niche.
Like
that
or what's happening now with the tomato plants in the
Yeah.
greenhouse.
Yeah.
There's mustard plant
growing in it. Yeah.
and something else.
Because they've done a lot of research to look into which companion plants are the best.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it starts at the base. It starts at that
Listener, if you come to this commune, make it here to meet the resetters, you will see the most amazing greenhouse you've ever seen.
yeah, it's like a $10,000 greenhouse. It's a proper
Yeah.
commercial greenhouse.
Okay, we got Batman. I just want to say that today I was at Potter's Park, and just in the middle of the park, on the path,
Yeah.
there was a bicycle, and it was a Batman bicycle. It had like Batman written on it. It had like
Yeah.
it was all black and a little bit of yellow, and like
Nice.
the mud guard was like some Batman
cool.
shit. It was like fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But it was about the size of a person who would be 5 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
And I was like, why don't they do that in adult size?
Yeah, I want a Batman bike.
Yeah, I would ride that.
Yeah. I want a Batman bike that kind of looks like the Batmobile.
Yeah.
You know? I'd pay good money for that.
Why is all this cool shit only for fucking
children.
infants?
Yeah.
like,
Where's the
They
adult
don't even
quotient?
appreciate, its
Yeah.
value.
They don't know that Batman has started Batman Incorporated and hired another Batman and multiple Robins and a...
They think Batman can fly. They don't know shit.
Yeah. They think he has superpowers. They think he's not...
So
Yeah.
let's start a company that just makes the shit that's, like Superman underwear, for
Yeah.
example. I had that as a kid, but
Yeah, me too.
I've never had that as an adult.
Yeah, I want Superman underwear. You can buy it. It's just niche. It costs a lot of money.
Yeah, but I mean,
There's this company that does... This is a little bit different, but on the same subject. There's this company that does Pokemon button-up shirts. But they're like
print Pokemon.
yeah, but they're like really high class looking. So they're like patterned shirts that are Pokemon themed,
I would invest in that company,
as
definitely.
opposed to like just a Pokemon picture
like a
plastered
cool
on it.
tie, but
Yeah,
a shirt.
But
kinda.
it's like got like small, like it's like a navy blue shirt with small red and white Pokeballs going all the way around it,
Oh, yeah,
and it
yeah.
looks classy. It looks like something you could wear underneath a blazer, and it
Mm.
would look good, kind of thing.
It's like one of the ones where you have to kind of look close to realize that it actually is
Yeah.
a Pokeball.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Yeah.
So we pulled another one from the bowl, and I think this one's accompanied by a song. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about.
you and me. Whoa, that's awkward.
Well, that got weird quick. I am craving the touch of a man, but Dan, you're not that man. I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Dan it.
Didn't sign up for this.
Peter Parker.
Yeah.
He picked a pack of peppers. That's what I hear.
Do you think Spider-Man would be as popular if his alter ego's name wasn't Peter Parker? Or is Spider-Man the name cool enough by itself just to carry the whole franchise?
I think Spider-Man's cool enough to carry the
it
full
is,
franchise.
Same with Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Doesn't matter what his other fucking name is.
Bruce Wayne.
Peter
Oh.
Parker's actually fucking dumb. It's like Peter Parker picked a pack of pickled peppers. Like,
Peter Parker.
just give him a name like fucking
Yeah.
Devon Herrera or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't have to be like a cool.
Hey,
fucking-
my name's cool.
No. I mean like, yeah. Like, they have to fucking rhyme.
Well, you. So wait. I gotta state that I'm really happy that you are a DC fan. Because
Yeah.
I'm also a DC fan.
Okay.
More so. I was more so than Marvel for a long time, but now I'm leaning a little bit more towards Marvel. But because I've read a lot of the comic books,
You know what I think now is that maybe they just both suck, and actually the really good graphic novels are the ones that are doing the fringe and the independent ones.
Yeah, that's kind
with
of
their
where it's
own
at
style,
now.
Like,
Yeah,
besides Batman being like my favorites.
Saga and
Yeah, just these random ones you find in the library, you know.
Fable and
Yeah, retellings of Shakespeare, you know, whatever.
Yeah, like these. There's some
Rather
really
than
really.
being caught up in this fucking. You just it's a force down your throat anyway. I'm gonna watch. Well, not if, I love it. I'm gonna watch every single Marvel
Yeah.
movie, even though I'm gonna hate them all.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is I'm gonna watch every single Marvel movie. Period.
There's just too much money into it. It's like I
But
gotta watch.
I'm not
all
gonna-
these millions go into the production.
I'm not gonna spend my time reading the comic books. I'm gonna read other comic books. Which actually reminds me, I should probably get back into comic books. That's a good way to spend some lockdown time. I think. Reading
Graphic novels.
Graphic novels, yeah.
I had a really good one at my school. Graphic novel of Moby Dick.
Oh yeah.
That was way
That
better
sounds-
than the movie. Okay, this one is changing the name of the podcast. So currently, we're known as the Resetters. Dylan keeps calling it the Refreshers. I like the Resetters because
just
we
called
have
me
to actually
Dylan.
reset the fucking lounge. No. What were you thinking?
You called me Dylan, and that was actually absolutely perfect because it sounded like you did it on purpose. I didn't do it.
I gotta reset my brain
Yeah.
back to Devon.
You were like.
Wait. Maybe there's a meaning in it because resetting is like bringing back your naivety
Yeah.
and being like, okay, I'm erasing everything I think I know, and going back to resetting my brain,
Virtue of ignorance.
resetting my mind.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's kind of like
That's kind of what I'm. Yeah.
be
hoping-
open to erasing what you know and filling it up with your new, more truth.
That's what I'm hoping for this podcast.
Reset. So I think don't change the name because that makes total sense.
Fuck yeah. Keep the name.
Because
Fuck
that's,
that.
that's a wholesome.
Fuck
and
you, piece of
That's
paper.
a real reason to do a podcast is to learn
Oh.
and to reset your thinking if your thinking's wrong. You know, hopefully to reset.
The boundaries of what you know.
Yeah, in good ways. You know.
Yeah.
Like erase some bad shit or untruths.
Yeah. We've already touched on this subject a little bit, but it's always something we can explore more in.
Yeah, religion. So I was raised in a Roman Catholic.
Oh yeah.
And for me, like, if you ask me which was the most interesting part about it, because I found all of it really, really, really boring. Because I had to go since I was born. Like, I was baptized
To church.
at like 3 months old or something.
Yeah.
And I just kept going to church, and it was just
Always-
became like the pain
always
of
go
my
to church.
Sundays. You'd like get on your knees.
Pray.
Yeah. Like and everyone's like repeating these slogans.
You
like,
gotta repent.
Yeah, like they're in the Communist Party or something.
Repent for your sins.
And Jesus is like Mao, you know.
Jesus is Mao.
Yeah.
Jesus is Chairman Mao.
Just doing this chant, you know.
If I had a cat, I would
Chairman
name it
Mao?
Chairman Meow.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Next subject. Religion. We
And wait. And
That's
so and
something we
the
could
what
talk
I
about
wanted
for
to say was
days.
that the weirdest thing about the Roman Catholic religion is the confession box.
Yeah, that's
Have
weird.
you done that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy,
It's
right?
fucking weird.
You go in this little dark box, and there's a man that you can't see,
Forgive me,
on
Father,
the other
for I
side,
have sinned.
and you tell him the naughty things you've done.
Tell me.
And guess what is naughty?
Tell me all the naughty
All
things
the
you've done.
sexual shit that everyone fucking yeah.
Everything.
I
is
used to
naughty.
see this my neighbor. She was like 80 or 90 years old at church, and she would go into the confession box before me, and I was thinking, what has she done?
What is she saying to this man?
Yeah, and like her husband was dead, and I was like, maybe she killed him, you know,
Oh my
or
God.
she cheated on him, or I was like 11, I don't know, I was just like couldn't imagine this woman
Yeah.
doing anything.
Did you realize now that she was probably just getting freaky and that the highest rate of STDs is spread by the elder community?
I don't know, man, because the priests and the Roman Catholics are supposed to be like virgins or something.
Yeah. Like the
So
saints.
they're just like jerking off the whole time.
Oh,
Uh-huh. And then what? Mrs. Hawthorne.
oh yeah, Mrs. Hawthorne's back.
Yeah, it's like,
Mrs. Craggius.
did you suck his dick like for an hour or like 5 minutes? Like, you know.
Anyway,
Okay, tell 10 Hail Marys.
yeah.
See you
come,
tomorrow.
Come back tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And
Oh, yeah,
around the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. Tell me all your dirty things. So
Jesus wants to know.
the next subject.
Tell Jesus for you.
He's listening. He's here in the room with me.
Yeah, look busy.
Jesus is everywhere. He's jerking.
Okay, we've nearly finished this random.
Yeah, we got
24.
3 more. This subject is rabbits. So I actually have something to touch on about this subject. I recently found out that Australia has a bush hawk. Have you heard of the bush hawk?
Okay.
It's the one. So what it does is it sets wildfires. It will like the natural
way.
wildfires that
Pick up fire.
Yeah, it'll pick up sticks and drop them further in the forest to start the fire.
Flush out the rabbits.
To flush out
Wow.
creatures, and they would be extinct if it wasn't for man's introduction of the rabbit. That has become their primary
Really?
source of. They
No
were
way,
hunting
The rabbits bred so much. They're like, oh my god, there's heaps of food now.
Yeah. So before that, they were completely dependent on other land-dwelling animals that filled that niche, and when they went extinct because of man,
Luckily, there was a rabbit.
the rabbit was introduced by man and flushed out and killed all the other species and outperformed them, and now this hawk eats rabbit, solely rabbit, pretty much.
That's funny because the reason we lost the largest wingspanned hawk in the world, which was the eagle, the housed eagle, was because the moa was
Yeah.
eaten extinct.
It's insane how much
Yeah.
effect we have on fucking Jesus.
I
We're
couldn't
so
believe that about the moa because the housed eagle, because I was like, why couldn't it just eat like
everything else.
Yeah. Hunt down the fucking kiddo.
The humans.
Yeah,
the small children.
The humans would fucking catch on to it.
no, that's true.
But I was like, why couldn't it eat all the wood pigeons and the towhees and the...
Yeah, too
But-
small. Couldn't sustain itself.
Yeah. So
So
there was so much meat
all-
that we're getting.
It's all about energy consumption versus
Yeah,
it's
crazy
time
though.
spent seeking that energy
They were-
consumption.
The housed eagles themselves were eating so much moa.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like a full-on battlefield constantly.
My God, I would have loved to if I
Yeah,
could
just
travel,
Be a yeah.
or if I could put on like
see that
binoculars,
shit
like a
going on.
VR or something, and see.
housed eagles versus moas.
That's what I would. Fuck
Yeah.
the dinosaurs. I want to see
Yeah,
the
right.
house eagles, because that's so relatable. Like the dinosaurs are.
And a Lord of the Rings, like fucking
Yeah.
like 100 housed eagles versus like 100 fucking
Fly, you
moa.
fools. Yeah. Yeah.
And the housed eagle just like fucking ripping them apart.
Man,
But the moa's like a few kicks in.
that actually flows pretty well into the next subject I drew from this: aeroplanes. So how do you think, if there were still existence of giant flying creatures, how do you think we would suffice as a species with our air travel? Do you think we would still have air travel? Do you think we would have ever taken to the skies?
Oh, we just would have killed them all.
Yeah.
Because we would have eaten them, first of all. Can you name, there's one mammal that you cannot eat. Do you know which one it is?
Let me think.
Because you cannot eat this mammal because it's poisonous.
Platypus.
No. Did you know I just lied to you?
This
That's not true. All mammals are eatable.
eat everything.
Yeah.
There's no poison. Yeah, I guess even
don't trust anyone.
platypus. Yeah, thanks. Whoa, I got real. Even platypus, if you remove their poison sac, I guess theoretically would be edible. They're
Yeah, it
poisonous.
doesn't count. You could eat the meat, anything with muscle, with all the mammals. But
Oh, sorry, they're venomous. They're not poisonous.
that's the difference.
My bad.
That's why you can eat a spider.
Oh, 'cause they're
Poison,
venomous.
venom. Poison. Don't eat it. Venom.
Don't.
Don't let it eat you.
Yeah, don't let it eat you. That's good. Yeah, it's good. That's a good way to remember it.
Okay, last one. Random
Last one.
24. Oh my god.
Drum roll, please. Oh, it's a nice wholesome one to end on.
Oh yeah.
Bread making.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've dabbled quite a bit with bread making. You know, did it professionally for a while and
Mm-hmm.
doing pizza and stuff. There's a lot of. Have you spent much time doing bread exploration?
You know what my bread exploration has been?
Hmm.
It's been pretty polar. So the first time I made bread,
Yeah.
it was very difficult. It took a long time, but the results were not very satisfying.
Yeah.
And then, much later, I made like banana bread, and it was like really quick and really easy and satisfying results.
Yeah.
And I was really conflicted. Like I was like, this one took ages and sucked, and this one didn't take very long.
Yeah.
The one that came out awesome.
Amazing. Yeah.
So I'm sticking.
What
with
am I doing? Yeah.
The short-lived bread,
Yeah.
like the quick kind of one. I think is my style.
Okay.
Banana bread specifically is what I'm talking about.
Banana bread. I love banana bread so much. It's not even really a bread, but I don't care. It's like a cake.
Yeah. So I'm into cakes more than bread.
More
is
than
what
bread.
I'm saying.
Fair enough. Yeah, I like those nice savory
I want to
breads.
blur the line, like we're talking about the yin and the yang and the
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the cake and the bread,
Yeah.
like Jasmine does, like putting in the olives and stuff.
Mm.
And
Oh.
is it a cake? Is it a bread? It's whatever you're dreaming.
I want to see Jasmine. I want to see. I cannot wait to move into 709 because I'm going to be spending so much time with Jasmine. It's going to be.
You're
insane.
moving in 709.
Yeah, we're moving into. Sorry, we're moving into the other part of the commune.
You are.
Yeah, eventually.
Is there a room there?
The caravan.
Oh, right.
Yeah, moving into the caravan. Yeah. I want to see if we can make a banana bread. Do you know what I mean? A banana.
Bread shaped like a banana?
No. Well, I mean, also it can't be that, but like
Whoa, that's pretty meta.
a banana flavored bread.
Ah,
Like
yeah.
cinnamon.
Blurring the line between cake and bread.
Have like cinnamon and
Yeah.
banana.
That's
and
awesome.
Nutmeg and clove.
Yeah, actually, when you think about it, there's not much flavored bread. Besides, say, like, it's really seedy
Yeah.
or wheaty. But never, like, it's really,
Apricots and
banana-y.
yeah, bananas and apricots.
Yeah.
I love bread. This has
Like
been good.
blueberry bread.
Yeah.
Blue bread.
Oh, blue bread. Blue bread.
Strawberry bread.
Hmm.
Okay.
This has been good.
This has been really good.
This has been a good random 24. We'll probably do.
Reset it.
Well, yeah, we'll reset. We'll probably do another random 24 at some point in the future. And yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. This was good. Good night. Signing off.